Means it should mirror the spot market. So I will come to the next slide and I will tell you the exact meaning of this. Now underlying, what are the underlying? Then you say, what is the underlying? Underlying are commodity, currency, stock indices and interest rate. Types of derivatives are forward, future options. Swap is not yet permitted, but I'll just I just jot down the name of that because it is a type of derivatives. So now we come to the feature of the derivatives contract. Now there are two distinguishable concept of derivatives. One is over the counter and another is exchange traded derivatives. Over the counter means, as I say you, this is a instantaneous action or transaction. It is a customized contract negotiated between two parties. Just I have given you example, grocer and a buyer, seller and a buyer, traded outside the exchange platform, no regulation. And exchange traded derivatives are standardized contract, traded on the exchange platform and weighted by the regulator. That Sebi is regulating every contract. Now you will say, what is the difference between this over the counter and exchange traded derivatives? Because in the case of over the counter, it is a customized contract and negotiated between two parties. Means we can say a tailor-made contract. Suppose there is X buyer and Y, X and Y, buyer and seller. Suppose buyer wants a definite type of commodities, or we can say input, output. So he will fix the both, means it is negotiated between two parties. Everything will be negotiated. That the color, quality, quantity, how much quantity he want, what type of color he want, then what would be the price, what would be the maturity date, what would be the contract launch date. Everything is negotiated between the two parties. But there is one problem is here, there is no regulation. Suppose the parties of the contract, they can default if they found there is some favorable prices in the ruling market. Suppose in case of suppose there is one seller who is selling one variety of rice, and there is one miller who comes to that seller and he asks for that 1 kg or 10 kg of rice, and they negotiated between among them the variety of that rice and what would be the price and everything. Suppose that X seller negotiated with the Y buyer that I will supply you 10 kg of rice of, suppose Ambe More. We take the variety Ambe More. Ambe More rice after 3 months at 1000 per kg. Oh, sorry. Oh, we can say 500 per kg. Suppose. Then contracts happen between them. Buyer is also ready that 500 I will buy 1 kg. So as per they made the contract. But after 2 months, suppose if in the market, if in the spot market that Ambe Mohar rice is traded around 700. So what X or that farmer will do? He breached the contract. He make a default and he sell in the outside market. So why? Because there is no regulation over there. And the vice versa. And you take the Y buyer. Suppose he feels that farmer is offering me at 500, but actual price is in the market after 2 months, it is only 100. So he will not purchase it from the farmer. He will default on his part and he purchases from the outside, which cost him very less than what he had entered into the contract. So in this way, in the over-the-counter, there is no regulation. The default chances are very high. But in case of exchange-traded derivatives, there is no such default cases. Why there is no such default cases? Not being weighted or it is being under the umbrella of the stock exchange. But there is a one actor who is safeguard the interest of both buyer and seller. I will come to the succeeding slide about this. Now, why do we require derivatives? As I said, there are two markets. One is spot market, one is derivative market, that is a future market, what is a dynamic market. Why we require this dynamic market? Because this dynamic market offers us price discovery and price risk management. Why we require these derivatives? To manage the price risk. So we don't know what would be the price tomorrow.
Hello,
so
ma'am.
Yes. Hello. 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 Hello, Sachin. If any problem?
नो मैडम आवाज आ रहा है बराबर, कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है।
नहीं है ना?
थोड़ा कम आ रहा है मैम।
कम आ रहा है? एक मिनट।
थोड़ा
एक मिनट
शायद मुझे आपको केवल कहीं।
अच्छा 1 मिनिट। I'll be आवाज कमी येतो। Hello. Am I audible now?
हाँ audible.
अच्छा अच्छा, thank you. Sorry, inconvenience caused to you. Now, why we require this derivatives market? Because this derivative market offered us two functions, that is price discovery and price risk management. As I told you, why we require derivatives? To manage price risk. And how to manage price risk? I'm coming to that. So what is price risk? This is a possibility of deviation from expected outcome. This is what is price risk. And why and to whom this price risk is required? Who is facing this price risk? Then there is in market, there are various stakeholders like hedgers, speculators, arbitrageurs. These are the speculators in the market, or we can say participants in the market. Among this participant, there is one section of participant which covers farmers, importer, exporter, manufacturer, processor, stockists. They face this price risk and they do not have any tool to absorb this price risk. Why I'm saying that? And this is called a hedger. Why I'm calling hedger? Because they hold a physical stock. So those who hold a physical stock, they are hedger and they are in the fear of any unfavorable price movement in the market in future against their exposure. So what they are doing? They are transfer this price risk to another section of the market, that is a speculator and arbitrager. Then who are the speculator and arbitrager? They are not holding any physical stock, but they are willing to take price risk and they are earning the profit by difference in the prices, high and low price. And another thing is, who are the speculators? Speculators are not any evil person. Actually, is performing the best economic role. The speculator who has a knowledge as well as who has a capacity to to appraisal that whatever condition going through in the market, he has a good appraisal of the factors governing demand and supply for that commodity in the market. He has a knowledge of the actual supply and demand in the market, and based on that, he has a capacity to absorb that demand and supply, that data or whatever factors, and at least come to some degree of correctness, can forecast the prices to some degree of correctness. Means who is a knowledgeable person, who should have a knowledge of the factors governing demand and supply, not only at a national level, but at the international level also. Because we are having a commodities, that's now I have seen you those commodities like sugar, cotton. You take the example of cotton, sugar, soybean. These are internationally benchmark commodity. And for that commodities, that speculators should have not only the knowledge of the Indian scenarios, or Indian factors governing demand and supply, but also international. That is international policies, tax policies, various factors, governing the international demand and supply. So the speculator is not the evil person. He is actually performing the best role who gives a liquidity, generate the liquidity in the market. Take a minute. Now the benefits of the commodity derivatives trading. First is price discovery. I am coming to this aspect. Price risk management. Take a minute. Price discovery. Then what is this price discovery? When I say you this commodity derivatives, most crucial functions are the price discovery and price risk management. So price discovery, this futures market, I'll just elaborate in some economic parlance because that will be easy for you to understand. The price discovery, there is, as I said you, the dynamic market. So this future market, dynamic market is based on the perfect competition theory. Those who are economic students, they are very well known about this, very much familiar about this condition, this concept, the perfect competition. What is perfect competition? Perfect competition doctrine allows large number of buyers and sellers. Unlike in spot market, there is only one buyer, one seller who can dictate the terms. But in futures market, there are large number of buyers and sellers, very easy entry and easy exit, then information symmetry, and there is no, we can say, control over prices. Prices are volatile, and sellers as well as buyer, they are bidding for the prices. They are transacting with each other. So when sellers are quoting the prices, buyers are also quoting the prices. At one point of time, they will come to a price which is an equilibrium price. Means that price sellers are willing to buy, sellers are willing to sell, and buyers are willing to buy. Why I'm saying this equilibrium price? Because it is a real-time price which influence or which come out or emerge from the demand for and supply of that commodity. Means this is the price which does not have any manipulative or bias elements. It's a pure real-time price. And that price which sellers are willing to sell as well as buyers are willing to buy. So this dynamic market with this different, by virtue of this features, allows a price, fixation of price or discovered the price in a such a way that it will not only that will reflect the real market condition, real situation. Therefore, those prices are not a bias price. Means those prices, there is no manipulative element, there is no cornering, there is no dictatorship. All the sellers are willing to sell that price, sell at a particular that price, and the buyers are willing to buy that price. This is a price discovery. So this is a price discovery. This facilitate on the platform of the stock exchanges, where there are so many buyers and sellers. They bid and ask, they are transacting to discover, to emerge from their all the transaction, one price emerge, that is a real-time price, that is a normal natural price. Then we will come to the price risk mitigation. So what is this price risk mitigation? So price risk mitigation is based on the hedging doctrine. Then what is the hedging doctrine here? Hedging doctrine is you have to take the position in the future market, which is exactly opposite in the ready market. This is a hedging principle. And what does this hedging do? This allows first this hedging, this reduce the price risk or this limit that is associated with the or we can say unpredictable changes in the prices. This helps the farmer as well as stakeholder to safeguard the risk. How it safeguard? By taking a position in one market or a future market, which is opposite position to already which is the opposite in the ready market. And the how it can do, because it reduce the risk mitigate to a, we can say, the higher extent. It mitigates the reduced risk associated with the unpredictable changes in the prices. What is the objective behind it? One loss in the one market is offset by gain in another market. So I will come to the in a easier way. So price risk mitigation means what? How we will mitigate the price. In the next slide I'll come to this, but first we will have another aspect to clarify. Elimination of counterparty risk, credit risk. That is a innovation that clearing corporation does. Clearing corporation interposes between buyer and seller. He becomes the seller for buyer and the seller for buyer. Then it access to all type of market participant. There is no hidden cost, nothing of errant. As I told you, perfect competition doctrine. This is the participant, wherever it is, nook or corner of the country, everybody can see the same trading station where they can transact their business. Then standardized product, homogeneity and standard. I'll come to that in my succeeding slide. Transparent trading platform. Platform also is a transparent. It's an automated based anonymous trading platform. So you don't know who is your counterparty. And the same thing, because clearing corporation does that role. Now, price discovery, as I told you, how it helps to the farmer, that it will get the price alert, then it enhances its bargaining power, and it facilitates to reduce the dominance of the commission agent and middleman. This is the benefit of the price discovery. And the second thing is influence of the middleman get significantly reduced, and it saves the stakeholder or farmer saves from being cheated by the middleman. This is the benefit of the price discovery. I'll come to the risk management slide. Now, just now I was telling you what is the risk management. Risk management, it is based on hedging. Suppose this is a farmer. In other words, hedging also, hedging in trade parlance, it is also called lock-in price. Suppose the farmer lock his price, and everybody knows that at the time of harvesting, prices are falling. Most of the time prices are falling, and farmer has to go for a distress sale. He does not have any alternative. Suppose he's in June, suppose he we can say, take the example of take the example of jwari or bajra. Suppose at the time of sowing period, he sow the bajra and he lock his price on the exchange platform. What does it mean? Lock his price means he will take sell position on the future platform. When prices are falling, suppose he doesn't hedge. He doesn't lock his price on future platform. Suppose the bajra prices are ruling over 500 rupees at the time of sowing period, and at the time of harvest prices fall. Suppose if he doesn't lock, then he has to suffer losses. But since he lock his price, he doesn't have to worry, because whatever as I said you in the objective, that loss in one market offset by gain in another market. So when prices started falling, he will buy at the falling prices. So in this way, he will hedge himself, and vice versa. Now, in case of farmer, suppose he doesn't know what would be the price at the time of harvesting take place. So if suppose he didn't lock his price, then he has to suffer losses at the time of harvesting because the prices are falling. This is the usual scenario. But now since he locked his price, means he sells on the future platform. And at the time of harvesting, if price fall, he will buy back his contract. Means whatever loss he suffered in the spot market will gain in the future market. So in case of exporter, he will buy in the future market against his raw material. And when the prices are started shooting up at the time of his export commitment, and he doesn't lock his prices, what will happen? He will suffer losses. So at the rising price in the future market, he will sell. How it happens? I already told you that dynamic future market is dynamic. It is mirroring the spot market. So when prices are falling in the spot market, future also falls. When prices are rising in the spot market, future also started rising. Due to this counterbalancing act, the farmer, exporter save their losses. Now these are the exchanges, National Commodity Derivatives, Multi-Commodity, BSE, NSE and Indian Commodity Exchanges. These are the stock exchanges. You can go to their website and you can go through the information on that. Now we come to the commodities being traded on the stock exchange. See, there are a number of agri commodities as well as non-agri commodities which are being traded on the stock exchanges. Here are barley, castor seed, chana, cotton seed, refined oil, refined soy oil, turmeric, wheat, cardamom. These are all commodities. Then non-agri commodities. One thing I want to say you, NCDEX are the pioneer in this development of this agri commodity basket, while MCX is having the lion's share in this non-agri commodity, that is a metal as well as Brent crude oil, natural gas and other base metal contracts. Now we come to the suitability criteria of a commodity for derivatives trading. Now one can say any commodity can be traded on the exchange. No, the commodity should possess a definite features. Those commodity can trade on this futures platform. The main criteria for suitability for a commodity, the commodity should be large enough in supply. The marketable surplus of that commodity should be high. Commodity is highly demanded. The geographical jurisdiction of that coverage, or we can say coverage, it's very high because more and more participants come and trade in that particular commodity. Then size, I said that supply should be large enough, and supply should not be restricted in terms of price, distribution, as well as its volume. Means government laws or regulations should have a very minimum for that commodity. If the applicability of law or heterogeneous laws are there, then it is very difficult for that commodity to trade on the future market. So homogeneity and standardization, commodity should be homogeneous and capable of being standardized. And the most feature is durable. The shelf life of commodity should be large enough so that arbitrage facility can take place. The prices should be volatility. Then if it is correlated with the international market, we will get the more price discovery points. The commodity should be free from the price control. If there is a MSP, then minimum support price, administrative support price, in such price relating concepts are there, then it is very difficult to ascertain the suitability. The commodity may not be suitable to that, may not be conducive for that matter. If the internationally benchmark commodity are highly demanded, because the coverage of those commodities are very wide, and we can have also the international supply demand scenario. We can access their factors, laws, as well as factors, laws, and other relevant aspect for that commodity. Then how the different laws are applicable for that commodity and all. So correlation is also, seasonality is also necessary, because if the commodity is seasonal, it is very conducive for futures trading. Homogeneity is there, size should be large, highly demand. As I told you, it's a perfect competition doctrine. Then the key feature of the contract specification. As I told you, it is a standardized contract and it is weighted by Sebi. So these futures contracts, the futures are highly most regulated futures, and it cannot be altered. Means once if you start trading in this commodity, you have to bind with this all futures. So basic center is fixed, that is specified, basis variety is fixed, then tenderable, all are fixed. Nobody can alter this parameters. Secondly is that when I'm saying the timing of commencement of trading or maturity date. So maturity date is well equipped with the large supply of that commodity in the market. So why I'm saying that? Because at the time of maturity, if there is no adequate supply, then it will be very difficult for that for that commodity, because there may be the cornering possibility will be large. So in such case, the objective of futures trading may defeat. So the contract specification should be in such a way that seller should able to freely able to transact, or there should not be fear in his mind that its supply is being getting cornered. At the same time, buyer should also not be, there should, means contract is broad, which can accommodate both buyer and seller. And it should not be so much broad that buyer may not be drive away from the market, or may not, that may not be uncertainty for the buyer from where the delivery is coming. So contract is such a way that it render all the services, it should be liquid, the contract should be liquid, and render all the services expected from it. Means both the buyer and seller come together and freely trade in that market. So as I said, you maturity date is also have a very importance. That antecedent delivery center, you have to see the which delivery center, actual trading hub. You have to select the actual trading hub. If there is a remote delivery center, you should not take that. And you have to review the delivery center, whether the delivery center is active or not. If insignificant delivery center, inactive delivery center, you have to remove. So this, what I'm saying, this contract specification are always getting reviewed. And we have to fix this contract specification in line and practices which is prevailing in the ready market. As I told you, because this dynamic market, future market is mirror of the ready market. So there are other risk parameters that limit on open position, daily price limit, margin, because these are the essential to make contract highly liquid or generating liquidity. There should not be any misuse of this contract. So from that point of view, risk parameters are essentials. Now the composition of this ecosystem, the stock exchange, that all of you know, the clearing corporation, repository, stock exchange, it's playing a very pivotal role. It is offering you a futures trading on their platform. It is automated screen-based trading, having a national reach, order-driven system, very transparent. Then flexible, there is a flexibility of placing the order, complete online real-time information it is generating. So stock exchange has a very pivotal role. Clearing corporation, as I said you, it is a first most important function clearing corporation does, that is a novation. That everybody, I think everybody, you are very well versed on about this clearing corporation. then it compute the margin, then arrange pay-in payout, delivery then we can say a settlement obligation, assuming counterparty lease, collection of margin, daily computation of margin, arranging pay-in payout, monitor the position, and arranging for the physical delivery. Beside all these things, the main task of clearing corporation is accreditation of WSP. I'm coming to the next slide. This is a very important for the delivery-based contracts. Accreditation of WSP is most crucial factor that task entrusted to the clearing corporation. Now repository, at present we are having only 2 repository. What does repository doing? They are playing a very crucial role, significant role in pledge financing. There are 2 repository at present, National E-Repository and CCRL, that is CDCL Commodity Repository. And National E-Repository is a NCDEX is a main shareholder in that. Other shareholders are SBI, NABARD, and ICCL. Next we come the additional stakeholder of clearing corporation, as I already told you, the warehouse service provider. The main task of clearing house is to accredit this WSP. So CC, that is clearing corporation, ensure that the WSP should exercise due diligence for safety and quality of good deposited with them for good delivery on the exchange platform. Means the accreditation of WSP is a very critical task, and WSP has to follow due diligence, because for offering the delivery, that delivery should be good in case of safety as well as in case of quality for offering on the exchange platform. That is a good delivery. We are saying that good delivery. Good delivery, WSP has a task to ensure that the good delivery has to effected against the contract. Now, warehouse WDRA should be regulated by the, means whatever, when we are accrediting warehouse, the CC has to ensure that this WDRA is registered with the Warehousing Development Authority, Warehousing Development and Regulative Authority. CC only accredited those warehouse which fulfill this most prime condition. Now we can see the what warehouse service provider. The first task of warehouse service provider is safety and good delivery. The quality should be intact, and for that matter, WSP Sebi has already issued a guidelines, revised guidelines for accreditation of WSP, its role and functions. Under this role and function, WSP, what we can say, this WSP should follow the corporate norms. Then WSP should know who's your depositor. Then WSP should be fit and proper. WSP should have the key manager personnel who is dealing in the warehousing business. It knows the various laws, rules, guidelines connected to the warehouse business of the particular for that commodity. Other thing is that WSP should have the financial soundness. Then its promoters, group, people, associates, companies. The WSP should ensure their PAN number, as I told you, fit, and all those personnel, its compliance officer should be fit and proper to carry out all this warehouse, to run the warehouse storage facilities, as well as to monitor those facilities. This is the most crucial task of WSP. WSP has to see the infrastructure, whether the infrastructure is properly set or not. That CC has to ensure. Then we have issued the SOP for WSP. Means WSP should have the wave wave machine, that wave accreditation of wave empanelment. then different infrastructure like structure of that warehouse, then scientific whether it is scientifically maintained or not, the stacking system is not is there or not, that there are different other types of infrastructure that WSP has to comply with. Apart from that, WSP should have the grievances redressal mechanism. WSP has to entertain the complaint received from the investor and promptly report to the clearing corporation. Now we come to the quality assessor testing lab. WSP has to tie up with some national or international testing lab, like we can say NABL, that is National Accreditation Board for Calibration and Testing Laboratory. So we have already issued a circular to all the stock exchanges that their commodity which is deposited in the warehouses, accredited warehouses, should be assessed by quality assessor. That is the lab or testing lab which is accredited, certified by NABLA. No any local assessor will be entertained. The report of that local assessor will not be entered in. So all the labs should be certified, accredited by NABL or any international standard agency. Now we'll come to the price pooling. As you know, the transparent discovery of the spot prices is a very crucial aspect, because the settlement price of the because it is used for the settlement of the contract traded on the future platform. So it is a very important aspect of the price pooling. Secondly, we require the basis for the futures contract price. Spot price is required for the cash settle contract, then delivery default in case of seller. For that purpose, we are required. And constantly dissemination at a regular basis of the spot prices also help the players in the future market to understand the contango backwardation built in the future prices and take trading decision accordingly. So the price pooling agency is playing a very pivotal role, and they have to disseminate their polling process, who are the polling agent, then how they are polling, everything they have to, all the related aspect they have to disseminate it on their website, and they have to review it continuously. And those who are the active polling participant, that they have to keep, and inactive they have to remove. These prime polling agents are those who are actual working in that commodity, and they are compiling data and price. This agency exchanges are taking from the cross section of the market participation across India. So it should not be we can say concentrated on a one location, but it is a pan India level, and cross section players are there in this polling agency. So it plays a very pivotal role, and transparency of price polling agency is the crucial for smooth running of the futures trading. Now we come to the farmer producer organization. This is the FPOs. As you know, the farmers are facing a lot of challenges, problem encounter with the lot of issues. They are being exploited by the middleman. They do not know what to quote the price. As I told you, with the price discovery, they're able to negotiate the best quote to the with the bargain. It enhance their bargaining capacity and competitive quote they can guess and quote for their product. So this farmer producer organization help in this way to them, that they enhance his bargaining capacity, as well as they make farmer to reap the benefit of economics of scale in input for purchasing inputs, then processing, then marketing, and also they help or we can say make able farmer to get easy access to credit and timely requirement and easy access to credit. So farmer producer organization help in many ways to the farmers, and these are the very essential, so that farmers, at least we can save farmer from the distress sale, as well as he being caught from the vicious circle. Next, we go to the recent, these are the, we can say for the promotion of futures trading, SEBI has taken various measures. First, we introduce option in futures contract. Now we have permitted option in crude, integrated commodity as well as equity broking, revise our warehousing norm. Thus, we have discussed about the WSP. Then for deepen and generate for the generating liquidity, we have permitted mutual fund, category third, alternate investment fund, then eligible foreign entities, portfolio manager, and there are other trading for facilitating trading in a smooth manner. We are alignment the trading lot, then staggered delivery we introduce, like other measures we have taken. The misconception about futures trading is that dominated by speculator, which is not correct, or it's just a gambling. It's not correct, because in gambling you have to create the risk. In gambling you are creating the risk, but in futures trading, speculator is not creating the risk. Speculator is take the risk which is existing in the market. So this is far from satisfactory. Prone to manipulation is not satisfactory, because there are various risk parameters. Just now I have indicated you. So they will take care of that. There should not be any cornering in the market. No assurance of quality of delivery. It is not true, because assaying should be done with the accredited assayer, and that should be certified by the as I told you, NABL or any international standard. Suitable only for large trader, it is also far from satisfactory. We have many small trading lot in case of base metal. Now we come to the as I told you, protecting the interest. We are here score Sebi score facility, through which you can address your complaints to SEBI. For that, we have to first go to complainant. Complaint has first go to the. This itself is a very you can anybody can understand with this. It speaks very. It speaks it. No, there is nothing to tell about this. It's very true picture is given here. It speaks itself. First, you have to go to intermediary, what that stock exchange. If you are unsatisfied with the resolution, you come to the SEBI and lodge your complaint to the score. And it is a very easy to, there is a low, the score main benefits of score are it is easily access, retrieve, as well as you can preserve. It is reduced turnaround time, very speedy redressal, effective communication. It is available by 24/7. Yeah, once you lodge your complaint, you have to fill 4 mandatory fields. That is your name, address, email, PAN number, and mobile number. You will get unique code for tracking your, for reference and future tracking your complaint. And no, only the complaints which are under the jurisdiction of SEBI will be addressed here. No any other complaint. If you have any complaint with the RBI or Ministry of Commerce or any other private public sector institutes, that will not be come under SEBI portal. Only the trading, what we can say, only the activities or complaints connected to the trading on the stock exchanges, which are registered under or recognized by SEBI. Now, do's and don'ts, as you, it's a very simple thing. You have to trade through only SEBI registered member, insist on risk disclosure document. You should have always compliant with the KYC norms, code the unique client, always quote the unique client. You should and you should not get carried away by some false advertisement. Do not accept any unsigned duplicate notes. Do not let risk against your position accumulate beyond your capacity. I'll come to one thing in this self-investing case. First of all, you must appreciate that investment in derivatives future contract or derivatives which are having the varying element of risk is not opportune or suitable for those who have a very low risk appetite or very low investment or very low trading experience. So you should carefully understand whether such trading experience will be suitable in the light of your financial condition. If you trade in this platform and if you suffer losses, then that onus will be entire on you. You cannot, it is not open for you because stock exchange is not at all responsible for that, and you should not, you are not in a position to take a plea, and it is not open for you to take a plea that you have not been told about the risk disclosure, adequate risk, and member is also not disclose your adequate risk in whatever risk involved in this derivatives trading. Because onus is on you, you cannot blame neither your member or a stock exchanges. Because in light of the risk involved in this trading, you have to undertake transaction only if you understand the contractual relationship in which you are entering and exposure to that risk. So it is not, there is no access of or guarantee of any profit or no exception of losses. So whatever risks involved in here, you must know before entering into this derivatives sophisticated platform, which very difficult to understand, estimate, because there are various type of risks involved here. There is a risk, as I told you, the commodity means it is macroeconomic factor or also responsible for that unpredictable changes in the in this demand supply condition. If you are not well versed with the commodity, if you are not what we can say intrinsic knowledge about that commodity, then it will be very difficult. Secondly, there is a suddenly dry the market, so in liquidity dries. So in this case, it is very difficult for you to hedge your position or to unwind your position, and you have to pay a very huge transaction cost. There sometimes there is a delivery failure chances, then open position breaches, then excess margin you have to pay. If there is a the prices are rise or fall, which is very unpredictable or which is very highest. If the prices are rising at alarming rate or falling down, then you have to have the margin obligation, then you have to pay higher margin, and it is in that case it is very difficult for you to unwind your position. So these are all type of risks involved in this derivatives trading. So you have to first understand expertise. You have to first acquaint with the expertise with such trading. And layman cannot, the investor who doesn't have any knowledge about it, it is very difficult for him to trade in this derivatives contract. And second thing is the most important thing, keep away from the dabba trading, because it is not regulated. And if you have, suppose if you suffered losses in dabba trading, your complaint will not be entertained on score. So dabba trading is unregistered. Better you don't indulge in such contract, because you may not get any facility which are available for protecting your interest. As I told you, you have a score, you have IPF, you have arbitration. You will get in case of you will get the client code. Then you will get your whatever changes occurs, your client can immediately tell you. You can cross verify with the cross verification facilities there. You will get the contract note. So from the contract note, you will able to know what type of how much trade has been done on my account, what are my margin obligation. All this facility you will not get. And unique client code, only you will get unique client code, you will able to trade. Before that, you will not trade. And KYC document is very important from the member point of view, because before onboarding the client, member should know what is this, who are this client is. So 1 minute. Who are this client is, and so it restrict the unwanted entity into the system. So all these things are very important. So you take care of all this instruction and invest very safely. I think all these do's and don'ts are here. It's very easy one. Anybody can understand this. And it is very important that you have to register your mobile number, email ID. And if there is any changes, you have to immediately inform your member client, your member, because most of the time he has to give you many ideas, many information which is circulated by Sebi. So it is very important. So you don't forget that, very important. You have to update your all information to your member. I think with this, I want to end this presentation. I'm very happy and very thankful to you for patiently hearing. So if any questions, then we will take the session. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, we are able to hear you, ma'am.
So my session has been ended.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am.
May I know who is on the line?
Yeah, ma'am, this is Pooja here, but there is the other person from, I think someone is coordinating. I'm one of the official from, I'm one of the employee from NCDX.
But Sachin. हाँ. अच्छा, पण सेशन चालू आहे ना? हाँ 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 हाँ. Hello, if any question, please welcome. Any questions? हाँ, इथे कोणी प्रश्न नाही विचारत आहे. हाँ, वाइंड अप करू ना? ओके ओके, मी वाइंड अप करते. हाँ, चल बाय, थँक्स. किती पार्टिसिपंट होते? हाँ, 27 ना? ओके ओके.